So everyone is being informed that this meeting I currently recording and I'll be showing my screen. Mhm. So I will be discussing the continuous probability distribution, continuation of random variables. Last year we had yung discrete random variables we were able to solve for uh, the probability distribution function and the cumulative distribution function, CDF and CDF. Um, the continuous probability distribution ay for the continuous random variables. So, continuous random variables recall, uh, ito yung mga variables natin that is in scale, no? And we have infinite possibilities for this continuous random variable. So, example ay yung mga data natin for heights, weights, life periods, temperatures, and others. The continuous random variables are usually in statements or in equations kasi nga hindi sila countable na um, mga possibilities or outcomes. We use statements to represent yung data for them. So if we will be computing for the probability na mangyari yung continuous random variable, no, for exactly, no, it's equal to zero daw. Ayan. So since bakit kaya equal to zero, no, yung probability niya. So for example, we want to know or to observe yung heights of all people over 21 years of age. Yung heights nila between 163 to 165 centimeter, for example. 163 to 165 centimeters. So, of all people na over 21 years ang kanilang age, we want to know yung probability ng exact na ang height ng people is 163 centimeter o kaya exactly 165 centimeter. Now, knowing between these two numbers, 163 to 165, there's a lot of numbers, do infinitesimal. Sobrang dami. Okay. So, if you want to get yung probability na exactly ang height is 163 centimeters. So, it's equal to the number of ways na ang height ay equal sa 163. And in how many ways kaya na 163 ang height? That's 1. No? Over 8,000 possible na outcomes, no, from 163 to 165. So any number divided to a very large number, it is almost approaching to zero. So that is why if you're getting yung continuous random variables probability of exact continuous random variable probability, yan ay equal to zero. Now, in continuous probability, um, we compute for the probability ng by range or by scale. Like for example, what is the probability na ang height niya is greater than 163 but less than or equal to 165 centimeters. Yan. So that is how we get yung probability niya in a range. And for the exact na value, it's always zero or it's assumed to be zero. Dahil nga dito. Ayan. So same ng discussion if you read yung paragraph here. Ayan. So dahil nga by range, we can express yung statement ko kanina by an equation. Now, we want to get yung probability of that random variable to be greater than certain number, say A, or certain event A, but less than or equal to another interval B, yan, or limits. So this equation na formulate is equal to a probability na ang random variable x is greater than a but less than b plus yung probability na equal to b. No? Yung random variable natin is equal to b. Na take note in continuous, ito, yung exact na probability of continuous variables in I, 0. So, therefore, this equation ay equal lang din sa probability na ang value ng x mo is greater than a but less than b. Or, the same lang din yan kapag kakakita tayo ng equation na, halimbawa, you have the continuous random variables and you want to get yung probability ng random variable na greater than or equal to a but less than or equal to b. It's the same, no? Ang kukunin mo is in between the two number and it does not matter, no? Whether we include an endpoint of the interval or not. Ayan. So, this equation is only true if we are analyzing continuous random variables. No? Kapag discrete, no, hindi natin ito pwedeng sabihin na equal yan. Kasi, discrete random variables, we can get or may value yung exact na number of our random variables. Yeah, so this is only true for continuous random variables. Yeah. So either the continuous random variables will also determine the density function and the cumulative functions, density function. Wala na bang pinagkaiba, no, yung definition nila from discrete and continuous na PDFs. It's the same, you know. So we have f of x, usually called as the probability density function, and yung probability density function ng continuous is defined or usually written in an equations or mga statements. Yan. So, the PDFs here ay hindi natin makikita na naka tabular form. In tabular form or you'll use histogram to represent your data. So, since mga equation yan, if we'll plot it on a graph, ito yung pwede niya maging itsura. So, mga curves, mga lines na incline. Kasi nga, PDFs in continuous are in equations. Ayan. So, ito yung mga possible na itsura ng graphs natin. So, it follows the equation na f of x. Ayan. F of x or your PDF, no? Probability density function. F of x. Ayan. Yan. So, pinapakita ng f of x natin yung distribution ng probability, no, for a certain event. Yan. So, unlike sa density sa discrete, no, discrete density function, we use histograms, no, to represent our data. Yan, naka-histogram tayo. Yan, like this. Yan. And so on. Yan. PDF ng discrete. So wherein yung horizontal natin na values and value ng random variable x. Yan. Ito naman yung values of our f of x. Yan. So we use histogram to represent our data. Kapag discrete, kapag continuous, mali ata spelling natin. Tama. Yan. Continuous na density function, ito ganito yung makikita natin. Exponential, parabola, linear, no? So, continuous probability density function. Now, if we'll compare yung definition ng PDF sa discrete and continuous, it's the same, no? 'Di ba kapag sinum up natin yung values of f of x, no, ng bawat isang random variable dito, it's equal to 1. Diba? So, your f of x summation ng f of x ay equal to 1. Yan. Pagdating sa continuous, if we'll be getting yung yun din, summation ng areas dito or you'll get yung area bounded by the curve and your horizontal na axis, it should be equal to 1. Yan. Kaso, we can't use yung summation dito kasi hindi regular na mga shapes yan eh. Right. So instead na summation yung gagamitin natin, we'll be using integration for continuous probabilities distribution. Right. So the integration of your f of x, diba, gagamit ka niyan ng vertical strip. Right. So meron ka niyang f of x dx. No, to get yung area. No, to sum up yung area dyan na bounded by the curve and the horizontal axis. Yeah, so your integration ng f of x dx from, halimbawa, ito yung negative infinity to positive infinity, it should be equal to 1. Area bounded by the curve. Yeah, so sa discrete, pwede natin ipag-sum up lang lahat no, yung mga values ng f of x mo. Kapag discrete, kasi we know, nabibilang lang natin yung possible outcome. So, dito sa continuous, hindi. We'll be applying continuous na equation by integration. Ayan, f of x dx. Ayan, so, it should be equal to 1. No, yung total area bounded by the curves. So, kahit ito, and so on, and ito. Kung halimbawa, ito yung x-axis, yung area bounded. Ayan. So, dapat equal to 1. Ayan. So, we can use yung definition ng probability density function ng continuous random variables to get yung probability of range na values. Ayan. So, for example, gusto natin kunin yung probability na ang value ng random variable x natin is greater than a but less than b. And ito yung f of x. O yung graph ng f of x natin. So, yung probability daw na mangyari yun, x is greater than a but less than b, is just equal to the area bounded by the curve, no? And yung sa interval natin. Yeah. So, this enclosed area. Equal lang daw to. So, to get yung area, it is the integration ng equation f of x, then dx, and yung limits mo would be from a to b. Ayan. So, the application ng pagkuha ng probability for the continuous random variables. So, yung area bounded, yan yung probability ng x is greater than a but less than yan. So area bounded by the curve lang. Yan. So another, your f of x should be greater than or equal to 0 since f of x is just equal to the probability nga. Wala tayong probability na negative. So greater than or equal to 0 siya. For all value of x na real number. And then, if you'll be getting the integration of f of x dx from negative infinity to positive infinity, we have 1, value of 1. So, as I have discussed no, dito sa graphs ng PDF. Then, another is to get yung probability of a random variable for these intervals na from A to B, you can get it by the integration ng f of x dx from A to B. Yeah. So we can use yung simply yung summation ko ng mga f of x or the probability density function kasi nga arbitrary yung shape na mabubuo by the equations natin. Kaya we'll use integration. Ayan. So, for our example, We have here a problem about probability density function ng continuous random variables. So suppose that the error in the reaction temperature in degrees Celsius for a controlled laboratory experiment is continuous random variable x having the probability density function f of x squared over 3, wherein x is greater than -1 but less than 2. And otherwise, yung hindi pasok sa limits nito, ang equation ng f of x ay 0. Yan. So, we'll be verifying if the f of x is a density function, and we'll be solving for the value of the probability if the value of x, the variable x, is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 1. So, for this example, kapag continuous random variables is written in statements or equations, and continuous ito kasi nga temperature yung pinag-uusapan, di ba? Example natin yan. So, maganda, nakikita natin yung graph ng f of x. Yan. So, we'll plot yung equations provided ng f of x sa Cartesian plane. So, our x-axis ay yung values of the random variables. Yan. Ito naman yung y. Natin. Or in y is the values naman ng f of x or ng probability natin. So, in this left side, we have the negative infinity. Right side naman, positive infinity. So, our important points yung -1 hanggang +2. 1 and then 2. Then, dito naman ay 0. Yeah. So, plot muna natin yung graph for the x squared over 3, x squared over 3. So, ano kaya itsura niyan? So, para makakuha tayo ng points, we can substitute yung value ng x first na -1. So, -1 substitute sa x squared over 3, you will have 1 over 3. So, nandito siya. So, 1 over 3. Tayo ng points. So, nandito yon. -1, 1 over 3. Value ng x, -1. Value ng y, 1 over 3 from your f of x. Yan. Then next, try natin sa 0. So, if your x is 0, ano yung value ng y? 0 din. Kasi 0 squared over 3. Ayan, so 0. And then, if 1, positive 1, you have 1/3 again. Then, kapag ang value ng x mo ay 2, substitute mo lang dito, you have 2 squared over 3, 4/3. Paingat siya dito. No, so not to scale yung drawing natin. Yeah, 4 over 3. And then, connecting yung mga points natin, makikita natin yung graph ng x squared over 3, that is a parabola. Ayan. So, ito yung x squared over 3. Ayan. So, this is your equation ng f of x equals sa x squared over 3. Yung other equation naman na hindi bilang sa interval na ito, -1 to 2, is f of x equal to 0. Ayan. So, from this left side, ang equation natin ay 0, f of x 0, hanggang negative infinity. Ayan. Then, ganun din dito, di ba? Naputin na siya. Otherwise, or elsewhere, is f of x equal to 0. Ayan. So, this will be the graph of your PDF, f of x, probability density function. So, first question is to verify kung itong given sa atin is a density function. Paano natin siya mabe-verify? We can verify it by proving if yung density function natin is equal to 1 kapag sinamap natin yung area bounded by the given curves. Diba? So, we have the integration ng f of x dx from negative infinity to positive infinity equal to 1. Yan. So, kailangan natin i-sum up yung mga area bounded by the curve. Dapat equal to 1. Okay. So, the area bounded by this first equation, f of x is equal to 0, ay ano? We have f of x, 0, dx. Yeah? And then, limits will be from negative infinity to negative 1. Okay. Then, add natin yung area bounded by this curve na x squared over 3 from negative 1 to positive 2. We have integration f of x ay x squared over 3 dx. Okay, from negative 1 to positive 2. And lastly is yung area bounded by the curve na f of x is equal to 0. So you have 0, integration ng 0 dx, limits from positive 2 to positive infinity. Ayan. So, the integration of 0 dx is 0. So, ang integrate na lang natin is this one. Matitira. You can plug it in your calculators directly and makakuha na kayo ng answer. Ayan, but for complete solution, pwede natin siyang i-simplify. Ayan. Ayan. So, to integrate x squared over 3, you'll have x raised to 2 plus 1, and plus 1, divides at 3, multiply to 2 plus 1. And then, mawawala na yung dx. We have our limits to negative 1. And then, to have your values, substitute yung limits natin na 2 and negative 1, and then subtract yung magiging value, or subtract yung upper limit minus yung lower limit. Yan. So, you'll have 2 raised to 3 over 3 times 3, 9, minus, substitute yung negative 1 to the equation. You have negative 1 raised to 3 over 9. Yan. So, meron tayong 8 over 9, then negative 1 over 9, minus to, so may plus, magiging plus 1 over 9. Then simplifying, no, your equation or yung summation ng f of x ng area natin dyan ay no, from negative infinity to positive infinity ay equal sa 1. Diba? 8 over 9 plus 1 over 9. Yan. So, 1. Here, confirmed na meron tayong density function. Na-verify natin siya. Correct. So, this is a density function. So, next is to determine ano daw yung probability na ang value ng x natin is 0 to negative 1. Is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 1. Okay. So, we can determine this by the equation generated na integration of f of x dx, no, from the value of 0 to 1. Ayan. So, kukunin lang natin yung area bounded by the interval and the curve, yung intervals natin from 0 to 1. So, sabi 0. Ito naman yung 1. So, area bounded by that, yun yung value ng probability natin. Yes. So, solve natin. Integration ng f of x. F of x is equal to x squared over 3 dx. Limits ay from 0 to negative to positive 1. Ayan. So, integrate. Meron kang x raised to 3 over 9. Limits 0 and 1. And to get yung value ng probability, substitute yung upper bound And then lower bound, then subtract. We'll have 1 cube over 9 minus 0 cube over 9. And then simplifying, answer would be 1 over 9. Yan ang probability na ang value ng random variable x natin, which is the error in the reaction temperature in degrees Celsius, ay greater than 0 but less than or equal to 1. So, ang answer natin is 1 over. Yan. So, we use our function na PDF to know the probability of continuous random variable. So, yung probability na ang error niya is 0 to 1. Yan ay 1 over 9. And so, again, dito, sa equation pa lang nito, na integration ng x squared over 3dx from negative 1 to positive 2, pwede nyo na makuha yung answer na 1 at saka ito din, no? Ayan. Makuha nyo na rin yung 1 over 9 if you plug it in sa calculators niyo. So, using this function ng integration sa calculus, click nyo lang to and then type in yung equation na you want to integrate. So we have x squared over 3 dx. So your lower bound or lower limit is, try natin to, negative 1 to 2. Yeah, so you have positive 1. No? Tapos, ito naman, yung probability na 0 to 1, you have 1 over 9. Ayan. Kung ayaw mag-solve manually, pwede naman yun, nakakalculate. So, that is the use of the probability density function. So, para makikita mo yung distribution ng probability and at the same time, you're able to solve for the probabilities ng continuous random variables natin. So, next will be the discussion for the cumulative distribution function of continuous random variable. So, the cumulative distribution function is denoted as capital letter f of x. Yan. And it's equal to this equation na cumulative distribution f of x is equal to the probability of the random variable that is less than or equal to the value of x. Yeah. So, the same ito na equation sa discrete cumulative distribution function natin. Same. No? Pinagkaiba lang, kung to get yung cumulative distribution ng discrete summation yung ginagamit. Pag continuous, we have integration. So, to get the cumulative distribution function of continuous, we have integration of f of t dt from the negative infinity to the value of x. So, lahat ng nasa left side ng value ng random variable mo, i-add up mo, that will be your cumulative distribution function. So, kung ipapakita natin siya in a graph, so, para you have yung figure. So, this is your values of x. Yung left side po, negative infinity, and right side naman also positive infinity. Values of x and then values of y. And then, on this Cartesian plane, you have the graph for, halimbawa, your f of x. Yan yung itsura ng graph na, for example. And then, you want to determine yung cumulative distribution function of this value, x. Yan. You want to get yung f of x. Capital letter f of x. So, this graph or this curve follows your f of x. And to determine the capital letter f of x or the cumulative distribution of continuous random variable, it is just equal to the area bounded by the curve, no? From the negative infinity papunta sa value ng random variable na gusto mong tuner ng CDF. So, equal yun dito, sa area bounded by. From the left side hanggang sa value na gusto mo. Ayan. So, lahat nung nasa left part papunta sa value ng random variable. Yan yung f of x. Capital letter f of x. Now, with this, cumulative distribution function, pwede natin makuha pa rin, no, yung probability ng continuous random variable na may range, na ang value ng x ay greater than a but less than b. Ayan. So, equal daw yun sa CDF ng B minus sa CDF ng A. Paano kaya nangyari? Pakita natin yung, halimbawa yung graph. So, we have this partition to, no? Positive, negative. Then, ito yung graph natin. Ito yung f of x. Yan. And we want to determine ito, no? Yung probability na ang value ng x is greater than a but less than b. Yan. So, yung probability. So, for the probability, kapag PDF yung pinag-uusapan lang, if you'll use PDF, kukunin mo lang yung area, no? Area under the curve, f of x, and yung limits mo, your interval. So, itong area lang na to. Paano kapag cumulative or CDF yung gagawin? So, you'll first determine yung CDF na ang value ay B. So, kung ganun, kukunin mo yung area na from negative infinity papunta sa lahat ito. Ayan. So, kunin mo yan. From the negative infinity papunta B. And then next, determine naman yung CDF ng value of A. Ng value ng A. Kung CDF yun, from the negative infinity hanggang A. So, asan siya? Ito yung area na yun. Ayan. So, if you subtract yung CDF ng B and yung CDF ng A, tama lang, ang makukuha natin is this area. Yung area ng bounded ng curve na f of x, no, and yung x-axis ng from interval na A to B. Okay. So, ito yung makukuha natin, which is equal sa probability ng random variable x natin na greater than a but less than b. Yan. So, that is your CDF. No? Paggamit ng CDF to compute for the probabilities. Halimbawa, given yung CDF, tapos napakuha ka ng probability interval na yan, given interval, o you can use yung CDF. Kapag naman density functions yung binigay sa'yo, and you have the interval, pwede naman yung area bounded. So, we'll solve yung previous problem natin again, but gagamitin na natin yung CDF. Ayan. So, remember yung function. We have f of x given. For the errors in temperature, it follows x squared over 3 at the interval ng value of x ay greater than -1 but less than +2. And otherwise, the equation is 0 or elsewhere. Ayan. So, ang itsura ng graph natin, pakita natin ulit, no? Ayan. So, this is f of x equal to 0. And then, f of x equal to x squared over 3. So, ginraph lang natin ulit. Ginraph natin sa Cartesian plane. F of x is equal to 0. Yan. Itong equations provided. Yan. So, we'll be computing for the probability ng ang value ng x natin is greater than 0 but less than or equal to 1 using the f of x or the CDF, cumulative distribution function, f of x. Ayan. So, to get yung probability na ang x is greater than 0, less than or equal to 1, we should determine the cumulative distribution function ng 1 minus the CDF ng 0. So that ang makukuha nating area is na yung from 0 to 1. So, solve natin muna si f of 1. So, f of 1 is equal to the integral of f of x dx. Now, from the negative infinity to the value of 1. Okay. So, dito may dalawa tayong equation. So, we'll add up yung result niya. From negative infinity to -1. And the next, from -1 to +1. So, equate natin. We'll have equation or integral ng f of x is 0 dx from the negative infinity to -1. Then add yung another area bounded by the curve na x squared over 3. We have integral ng x squared over 3 dx. No? From -1 to +1. So, the integral of 0, integration ng 0 ay 0. Ito na lang yung isi-simplify natin. So, you can use your calculator to know the value of f of 1. Pwede rin naman isolve natin manually. So, we'll have x cubed over 9. Limits ay from -1 to +1. So, substituting, you'll have 1 cubed over 9 minus -1 cubed over 9. Yan. So, mayroon kang 1 over 9 plus 1 over 9. Answer is 2 over 9. So, 2 over 9 is the value of the cumulative distribution function ng 1. Ano for continuous. Then, next is yung f of 0. Ano ang CDF ng 0? If 0 yung error, no, in the temperature. Ayan. So, it's equal to, ito pa rin yung equation na gagamitin mo. You have integral of f of x dx. So, from the negative infinity to 0. Ayan. So, negative infinity hanggang 0. Ito yun. So, may dalawa ulit tayong equation. So, we'll have integral of 0 dx from the negative infinity to negative 1. Add natin yung equation dito ng curve. So, it's x squared over 3 pa rin. O, meron tayong x squared over 3 dx from negative 1 to 0. Yan. So, ito, again, 0 na yan. Ito na lang yung integrate natin. Yan. So, simplifying, you have x squared, x cubed pala, over 9. From negative 1 to 0. We'll actually save lang din yun dito. Substitute natin, you have 0 cube over 9 minus negative 1 over 9. Negative 1 is cube. Yan. And then simplify. So 0 minus negative 1 over 9, that is positive 1 over 9. Ano, may value na tayo ng f of 1 and f of 0. Substitute lang sa equation. You have 2 over 9 minus 1 over 9. Then, we have now yung value of the probability na ang random variable x na error in temperature is greater than 0 but less than 1 or equal to 1. Ayan. So, 2 over 9 minus 1 over 9, 1 over 9. And the same yung nakuha nating answer from our previous na problem using yung f of x or getting lang yung area under the curve. And then yung bounded by the x-axis of your interval from 0 to 1. And 1 over 9. So, kung check natin, same, ayun. 1 over 9 din. And the same. 1 over 1. So that is the continuous random variable. May question po ba tayo guys about getting yung probability ng continuous random variables by the PDF and CDF? Okay, so I guess walang question about continuous random variables. And so let me just give a summary of random variable na topic natin. Okay, so the random variables I classify into two types. We have discrete and continuous random variables. So discrete random variables ay yung mga countable natin data. And then continuous naman is yung data natin usually in scale and we have infinite na possibilities. We usually express continuous variables by the statements or equations. Ayan. So, like for example, yung mga data for the errors in temperature, or example, or data for the height, weight, and life periods. Yan. So, um, we can use yung density functions and cumulative probability functions, PDF and CDF, to compute for the probabilities ng random variables na um, discrete or continuous. And that summarizes yung topic na random variable.